not the only one who saw that video. This woman who said that she used to babysit her friend girl kids in exchange for money, and she became homeless. So when she became homeless, she started posting ads on Craigslist for babysitting opportunities. Now, she mentioned after she posted on the Craigslist, she got an email from this woman named Eileen that said that she needed somebody to come sit with her son while she worked. Now, she mentioned that Eileen said her son was completely disabled and he was in his 30s, so he couldn't do nothing on his own. She had to do everything for him. So, of course, homegirl took the job. She needed the money, and plus she was homeless. She mentioned Eileen asked her what day can she start. She said she can start immediately, so Eileen told her to come the next day at 4:30. Now, Eileen also mentioned that if she's not at the house at 4:30, that means that she had to go into work early, but she'll leave a note to let her know all the things that she had to do so she don't, she know what's going on, what to expect. So she make it to the house at 4:30. The woman is at work, but she left a note basically said, hey, your money is inside, my son is inside, make yourself comfortable. Gave her all the instructions she needed to do as far as what time to feed him, what time to change him, what time to bath him, and what time to put him in the bed. Now, y'all know me. I like to make a long story short, so we're going to get straight into it. This is the crazy part about the whole story. But like I said, y'all know she had to bath him and all that intimate type of stuff, and she said that she noticed that whenever it was time for bath time, he would get overly excited. Now, she didn't think too much of it because from the email, the son was supposed to be completely disabled. Things eventually started to get weird. The woman mentioned that when she put him down to bed, she went to the couch and laid down. She heard moaning inside the room. So she went to check on him and everything was okay. So she went back to the front room, laid on the couch and went to sleep. Noticed when she woke up, her hair was matted up like somebody had been playing in her hair. Whole time, there ain't nobody but her and the disabled man in there. So she really don't know what's going on. So she just let it ride. She gets into it with her boyfriend. They on the phone and her boyfriend supposedly be insecure. Now, while they on FaceTime, her boyfriend say, who is that man walking back? Mind you, she mentioned to her boyfriend that it was only her and the disabled man inside the house together. So it wasn't nobody else. So she telling him like, you're just being insecure. Nobody else is in this house whole time. That man is not disabled. That man is not disabled. Long story short, that man was Eileen. There wasn't no such thing as Eileen, and he was not the son, and he was not disabled. Whole time, he was Eileen emailing different people because he was a creep, getting off on different women coming in to take care of him as if he was a disabled person. So he would have the women bath him, cook for him, feed him, clean him, take him to the bathroom, tuck him to bed, all type of stuff. And when they go to sleep, he play in their head and do all kind of weird stuff to him. Now, my whole thing is, I don't sleep that hard. I don't sleep that hard. If you get the twirling in my head, you get the plucking in my ear, you get to doing anything to me, baby, I'm getting up. I'm getting up and I'm getting out because I don't play them type of games, baby. I would have been up and out. I don't understand how she didn't know that man was playing her hair for 2 days in a row. Y'all know me. I can't make no story long, but that is just crazy. Y'all got to be careful out here. Going to people's houses and staying in these people's houses. No, I don't
even. This is how I was groomed by my best friend's dad when I was... It turns out I was actually 8. This whole time I was thinking I was 9. I was actually 8. For you who doesn't know, he took child pictures of me as a kid and did a lot of inappropriate things. So first off, he noticed that I lived in a less than fortunate area, that I had not many means. We were very poor. We didn't have much money. Whenever he picked me up, my mother wasn't there and my father wasn't there. I don't want to shame my mom. She was working 3 jobs and just trying to survive having 4 children after leaving an abusive husband. And so I was very neglected as a child. And that's probably why this went unnoticed. He realized that I had an absent father and I also had a physically absent mother. Both my parents were pretty absent. He noticed that my clothes were old and not very nice. He noticed that I didn't really understand how a normal father was, so he used that to his advantage. Decided to take us shopping. The first thing we went to Claire's, and he asked me what I wanted, and I got whatever I wanted, and I also said I wanted my ears pierced, so, without my parents' permission, he got my ears pierced, which I guess, in a way, made me trust him somehow. I don't really know. I haven't put the pieces together with that, but I think there's something underlining there. I've always loved hair and makeup, so he took us to a hair salon. I got my hair done. I got highlights and a blowout, and that was really fun for me. He did a lot of things that were really, really fun. He took us to an amusement park, which was extremely exciting to me because I didn't really get to go anywhere. I was the baby of 4, so by the time I was born, the fun was gone, and then also my parents split and we were poor and I just didn't get to do those kind of things. So I think he knew that and wanted to show me the time of my life, so that's what I would talk about when I went home, not the things that happened at night. He bought us alcohol to kind of impair us. So with that, he bought like strawberry daiquiri Seagrams, which isn't super strong alcohol, but when you're 8, it is. So it was fun and like a flavor, and it was pretty. It had a beach on the package. It was these cute little bottles. Like, it was fun. We were having fun. For some of the pictures, we were wearing princess outfits, and it was actually lingerie, and it was pink and fluffy and pretty and little princesses. So it was all framed in a way that was fun and something that was like super girly, and I'm just one of those like girly dads. So that's how I left that situation and didn't tell my mom right away, because I didn't tell her anything bad. I told her I had the time of my life. Maybe if she would have like dug with questions, like, she could have gotten an answer, but she didn't have any reason to feel like she needed to ask more questions. But when you have children, you might feel like a helicopter parent and you might feel a little crazy, but if you feel something is off, ask the straightforward questions. My mom asked me just last week if he was naked whenever we were there, and I said yes, and she couldn't believe that I didn't tell her that as a kid when I came back, that he was naked the entire time and we were in his bed while he was that way, and I never told her that. But I think had she asked me, I would have said yes. So it does feel strange. I would assume that it would feel like you're being a little over if you ask those questions, but sometimes those questions need to be asked outright to get a direct answer from your child. So there can always be a way you can frame it, because also you don't want to like say weird things. I don't know. But if you feel like something's off, straight to the point questions. I hope that this happens to no child and you don't need to ask those questions, but unfortunately this is the dark world that we live in. And for the update on the detention hearing, he was detained, so he wasn't set free. So unless he pleads guilty, there will be a trial. I don't really know when that's going to be, but it could be weeks, it could be months, it could even be a year. I have no idea. But it's good news. I had a bit of a spiral last week. I kind of had a depression week. After looking at the pictures of the children, I had nightmares every night. I had a nightmare last night. I almost didn't go to work today because I was feeling very heavy and very dark. And so tonight I decided to go to church, actually. And it was exactly what I needed to hear. The message was to trust God even in the ugly parts. And so this is my ugly part. This darkness, this waiting game, it's bringing up a lot of things that I wish it wasn't. I actually talked to my mom last week, and we talked about how I always was under the impression that I'd only gone over there 2 times. Apparently I've gone over there a lot. I went over there for like 2 years, and I don't remember any of that. So my mind has been kind of spiraling. There's a lot of issues that I've had, like sexually, that I've never had an answer for, that I didn't understand why I was so against it and so uncomfortable and so triggered by these things, like being touched in a certain way, even by the love of my life. And they're starting to make me wonder if it has anything to do with that. And so my brain is just kind of feeling very confused and very like, I'm trying to just get past this, and I'm trying to lean on God, and it's working. But like my pastor said, sometimes it's ugly, and there are days when it feels ugly. And I'm trusting. When I came forward with this a year ago, I trusted God, and it took some patience, but here we are. We made an impact. Something happened. And so, if anything, I trust him more than I ever have, and I'm just going to lean into that.
Y'all know what the fuck getting on my nerves. Every time I do something or every time something going on with me, it got to be reported back to my baby daddy. I don't belong to my baby daddy no more. He don't belong to me. I don't belong to nobody. He don't own me. And y'all don't either. So what the fuck calling him gonna do? Ain't shit gonna change. We're not getting back together. That motherfucker can cry for 40 days and 40 nights, and I promise you I won't get wet. Scroll down my page and listen to all them stories I done told y'all about him cheating. My whole 20s, I was in a relationship with this man. I'm 28 now. I've had 2 kids with him. Our oldest son is 6. Our youngest is 1. I know they say if that baby under 5, that relationship's still alive. Now that that baby is here, I'm nowhere near. How many chances does it take to do right? How many I'm sorry's are you supposed to forgive? Cheating is not a mistake. It's a decision. When he decided to cheat, he decided to go against me. That's op shit. You're supposed to be my best friend, but you're betraying me behind my back. That's op shit. I'm not about to keep dating the op. If you'll cheat on me, baby, you'll do anything to me. I can't trust it. Forgiving him over and over again, the relationship was already rocky anyway, because at this point, I can't trust you. Anytime you're not around me, I think you're doing something. Like, who wants to live like that? You can't be happy like that. Then once you finally do get happy, then out of nowhere in the back of your head, a memory pop up of you cheating. I did it, y'all. I done it all. I done been the girlfriend. I done been the potential wife. We went through the promise ring stage. We done had the phone passwords, social media passwords. That didn't stop shit. We done had locations. Yeah, I see your location, but I can't see exactly what you're doing. And that shit a shame. Like, I got your location and I still don't trust you. That's a shame. So all them times he was dogging me while we were in a relationship. Now that I'm out of a relationship and I'm doing my own thing, I'm doing him wrong. Who raised y'all? What household was you in? Was your mama the side bitch? Was she the wife? Was she the baby mama? Everybody done played a role. It's just the roles that I played, it's probably just not my turn. And that's okay. It's not my turn to be a girlfriend right now. It's not that turn for me to be sitting down committed somewhere. I already tried. When it come, it'll come. But not right now. Oh, hell no, not right now. Bitch, I'm having a blast. I done been in a relationship so long, I forgot what it feel like to just be free. Don't got to answer to nobody. Don't got to do nothing for nobody. I ain't got to cook no meal for nobody but me and my kids. I ain't got to wash nobody clothes but me and my kids. I'm only a mama to 2, not 3. I cannot be in a relationship with you and be your mama. That's not my role. And it's okay that this ain't work out. I'm totally fine. Like, I done did all my crying and feeling heartbroken. I did all that already. Before a woman physically leaves, she mentally leaves. And it's like, I'm okay. I'm at peace. I'm happy. The street's so fun. It's 7 o'clock a.m. and I'm already in them. Wait. I'm just playing. I look in the mess like this. But yeah, I am in the streets, but I'm going to go do something to myself a little later. Right now, I'm on a money run. I'd rather a failed relationship before a failed marriage. Because once I get married, that's it. That is it.
This is gonna blow your mind. I can't believe I'm ready to finally give you guys a story time on how my kids' dad got my 17-year-old daughter's 17-year-old friend pregnant and ended up having a baby with her. I've been holding on to this story time because I just needed to get my following right, because I wasn't about to put this all over the internet and I only get 200 views. This better go viral. But I'm gonna need y'all to like, comment, and share and show me y'all ready to hear this crazy ass story. Not only did my baby daddy get my daughter's friend pregnant, but a couple years later, my daughter had kids with her friend's brother, that are now my grandchildren. So we're all related. It's giving Jerry. It's giving Steve. But yeah, it's giving. And I'm ready. I'm finally ready to tell y'all. But like I said, I'm gonna need some engagement, because if it don't blow up, I'm gonna be really high pissed.
Losing in a fight, I'm gonna bite you. I will win. I'm gonna bite you. I saw a TikTok that said that the other day, and I was like, damn, I did that in middle school twice. Not once, but twice, people. Damn, was 12-year-old me practicing cannibalism? Am I good? Both taste like shit. So the first time was when I was in 7th grade. Me and this girl had a mutual friend. I was 12, she was 16. Actually, I might have been younger. I might have been like 11. I was a baby, okay? And we were hanging out at this place called the Roller Drum. I was meeting my friend Ruby there. And she was friends with this other girl. Her name was like Latoya or something. I don't know. White girl with the name Latoya. Fuck you. You're already a weirdo. Anyways, she tried to fight me. Yeah. She was making fun of me for being, you know what I mean? Like a little fruity. She didn't like that. But whatever. I didn't care. I thought she was weird. And I didn't like her because why are you 16 hanging out with a bunch of children? Right? So I gave her an attitude, whatever, I don't give a fuck. I was kind of mean to her, but like, who cares? Again, I'm a kid and you're a fucking teenager. Like, that's weird. And she attacked me. Yeah, she was calling me, she called me like the F slur or something, so I called her a cunt. I said, and you're a cunt. I knew that word pissed women off because my mom didn't like it. And I called her that one time and she tried to whip my ass. Anyway, so I was like, yeah, you're a cunt. And she tried to walk away and she was like, what'd you just call me? And I was like, you're a cunt. And she ran at me and she tried to fight me. And in the middle of the fight, she shoved her finger down my throat. And you know what I did? Yeah. That was the end of the fight right there. Like, get the fuck off me. You are a grown bitch. And this other time was also middle school. This was in 8th grade. There was this kid named David and he threw an apple. He was apparently trying to throw an apple at like some other kid. But first of all, why the fuck are you trying to bully somebody by throwing an apple at them? That's a little intense. That hurts. And it did hurt because it hit me instead. It hit me right in the forehead. And I got up and I looked at him like this. And he goes, oh my bad. That was supposed to hit them. And I was like, either way, why the fuck are you throwing apples at people, you weird fuck? And he's like, what did you just say? And I was like, you're fucking weird. You just threw an apple and it hit me in the head. That shit hurted. And then he started acting like we were going to fight, which we did. We got into the hallway right after lunch, and we met in the hallway, and we fought back and forth. And, yeah, he was a football player, and I was just a little twink. So I bit his nipple. And then when he told everybody I bit him, I said, I don't know what the fuck you're on. You're a weirdo. I would never bite somebody. And did. Why would I admit that? He deserved it, bitch. We both got suspended. His was longer than mine because he attacked me first. Twice. Throws an apple and then swung on me. You missed the face. Nobody ever hit this face. Nobody's literally ever got me in the face. Anyways, I shouldn't say never. Is there a way to knock on? Anyways, yeah, so I saw that TikTok. I wish I could tag the creator, but don't know where it is. Don't know who it was. But I be biting bitches. Don't.
Hope you enjoyed today's video. I thank you for watching and hope to see you next time. Bye.